my reflections yesterday on the difference between spiritual bypassing and letting go brought also to my awareness, or rather only after recording the video did I articulate the fact that spiritual bypassing in my mind is an attempt to avoid so-called negative emotions and thoughts based on the premise that they are not quote unquote spiritual. And I think this is a really common misconception that undoubtedly comes from centuries of religious doctrine being tethered to spirituality and what it means to be on the spiritual path or live a spiritual life. And what has become blatantly clear to me, especially since coming into contact with these more contemporary teachings or the non-duality philosophy, is that negative thoughts and emotions, or any thoughts and emotions for that matter, are simply like passing clouds in the sky or waves on the surface of the ocean, or images passing across a TV screen. The mind is like a receptacle, or a blank screen, or a body of water, and those thoughts and emotions, feelings that play out in the nervous system are a passing temporary phenomenon, often linked to previous experiences in our lives, quite often I imagine linked to the very early stages of life when we started to form all these impressions around the world about the world, and those early experiences left imprints that then get brought to the surface again by interactions and events and circumstances that arise later in life. And the spiritual self, or the actual genuine, authentic, real self, is the one that is witnessing and experiencing all of those passing thoughts and feelings. So the shift really comes, and has come for me at this point where I no longer identify with those thoughts and feelings, but I stay rooted in the understanding that I am the one, the being, the self, the consciousness, whatever you wish to call it, the awareness that is experiencing all of those things, that is witnessing all of them. I am not those thoughts. I'm not those emotions. At an even deeper sense, I am not this body or this mind even. I am just the one perceiving these manifestations from within. I mean, my body has changed miraculously over the course of the 41 years I've been alive. I mean, I've moved from being a newborn infant to having an adult body, and we know that every 7 years roughly the cells of the body have completely regenerated. So, you know, the cellular structure that made up my body at birth is no longer physically present. And yet I am the being that is inside this body and experiencing this mind and everything that passes through it. And so this idea that certain thoughts or emotions are undesirable or non-spiritual or unacceptable is bullshit, really, because it's not that I want to live in a state of fear or anger. Quite the opposite. And what I'm finding is that with this awareness, I'm not a victim of those emotions, and I don't need to react to situations spurned on by those emotions. Rather, I can see them arising, see them for what they are, and allow them to move through me and ideally to release. My mind just feels very blank and peaceful right now. I guess that means I've got nothing else to say for the moment.